Last year, Ford delivered to you the Focus ST. Now you know that got public and press acclaim, and you know that you sold stacks of them and made great profit out of doing that. Well, now I think you've got another success story on your hands in the form of this, the Focus CC. The Coupe-Cabriolet goes into a market segment dominated by cars that sell on looks. And the first thing that strikes me about this car is just how well it sits on the road. And that's no accident. Look down here, you'll notice the badge. Pininfarina, the Italian styling house, legendary for creating some of the most beautiful cars in the world, not only penned the design for this car, they actually build it as well. It's the only car in this segment that can boast that. Now when you move around the front of the car, the looks continue to strike you as just right, because look, it's got an ST inspired front bumper. Deep, muscular, this car sits and looks just right on the road. And if you go for the CC3, easily identifiable by these really neat chrome surround fog lights. Under the bonnet, you've got a choice of 3 engines, 2 petrols, a 1.6 producing 100 PS or the 2 litre producing 145 PS. And of course it wouldn't be a Ford without the option of a diesel, the 2 litre TDCi that produced 136 brake horsepower. And early road test results already show the road testers love this car regardless of the engine they're driving it. As you start to move down the side of the car, you start to notice little details that give this car a real premium feel. And it really does set it apart from its main competitors. For example, I love this chrome suede line running right the way across the side of the car. You've got repeaters here built into the side mirrors and those little Pininfarina badges. And that's standard, whichever model that you buy. Now, research has shown that 50% of Coupe-Cabriolet buyers are actually family people. They've got kids to carry around. So obviously rear space is going to be a big consideration. Now, I can't imagine many families having kids much bigger than me, quite frankly. So if I can get in, I expect their family can. So let's give it a go. Nice and easy. Oh, how about that? Now you've got 2 proper sculpted seats in here. So you've got a proper backrest, not one of those horrible upright ones, again, like some of the competition. You've also got a nice sculpted back on this seat, which gives me loads of knee room. And of course, safety is an important consideration for family buyers as well. You've got the option on this to have twin Isofix attachments in the back seat here. And it's got a rollover protection system. Now, what it means is there's gyroscopes inside the car and sensors. So if the car's in a situation where it's going to roll, they're activated in less than 1/10 of a second. It's the same system they use on Aston Martins, Jaguars and Volvos. So it's in good company. So it's clear there's plenty of space in the back there, but what about the boot? We know from our customers that they want loads of space back here, but it's always tricky on a Coupe-Cabriolet because obviously that's where the roof stores. So let's see how we get on. Well, the roof's down on this one, but we've still got 248 litres of space, loads more than anybody else in the category. And with that roof up, 534 litres of space. That means this has got a bigger boot than a Ford Mondeo and in fact any other Focus that we currently produce. How do we do that? Well, we use a 2-piece folding roof. Some of our competition use 3, 4 and 5 pieces. It adds complexity. It means there's more seals as well, which when you're driving down the motorway with the roof up is always going to run the risk of giving you some extra road noise. But what I like about this, and you want to show your customers, is a real premium feature. As you shut the boot lid, soft close. Now, it wasn't a few years ago that only Mercedes-Benz and BMWs could boast that. With the boot lid shut, get your customer to take a look at this car from behind. Down at the bottom there, you've got the rear diffuser, you've got that lovely chrome plinth with the Focus name on it, and those beautiful Italian-styled lenses. So all in all, the car looks great, it's incredibly practical, but how's it going to drive? Well, the boys of Ford have taken some of the features from the ST to make the suspension handling on this car top-notch. The car sits lower, it's very, very rigid. You won't get scuttle shake in this car, believe me. The team at Ford have been very cunning about the pricing ladder on the new Focus CC, and you'll recognise it from the Focus ST. The range starts with the CC1, that's got a 1.6 litre engine, it's got alloy wheels, and it's also got the rollover protection device. Now, despite that fact, the car still weighs in at 200 quid less than the Astra Twin Top, and that car boasts none of those features. But we expect the retail heartland on this car to be the CC2. It's only £1,000 extra, but you get a 2 litre 145 brake horsepower engine. You also get a 3-spoke leather-bound steering wheel, you get the quick gear on the screen there, and you get the Sony MP3 player compatible system. It really is a cracking package for the money. £1,000 more and you can go up into the CC3, and we predict that car to be a real premium product. You get the partial leather interior, you get automatic everything, you get automatic wipers, automatic headlights, automatic rear view mirror dipping. You also get the multi-play CD system. So for just £1,000 more, I'm sure it's going to be a tempting thing for a lot of your customers. Because at the end of the day, this is a car that people will fall in love with and they want to lavish and make it their own. So, in common with the rest of the range, we've made sure that every option that we make available on the other models is available on the CC. So you can imagine people putting Bluetooth on it, adaptive headlights, sat nav, all those good bits and pieces. You can have a ball ticking the options list on this car. The Focus CC is all about customer choice, which is why Ford have made it available in 8 exterior colours and 7 interior trims. 3 of those are cloth and 4 of those are leather. And if I was you, I'd go a bit wild. Get some nice exterior colours and go a little bit different on the interior. And I'd also recommend that you go for the Luxe Pack. It's £1,000 more, gives you full leather interior and dual ATC. It also gives you a really healthy dealer margin. Well, I'm falling in love with this car big time. I'm sure your customers will, but the only way you're going to sell this car is to get people sat in it and out on the road and driving it. So, I've got the rest of the day free. I've got the keys. Nobody's looking. I'm going to do just that. Good luck and enjoy selling it. I know you'll make some money.